Hey there, welcome back. In this lesson, we are gonna learn the basics of streams. And this is a very important step because streams are the core idea behind how Bloc works. If you understand these streams, Bloc will become much easier for you. And you will no longer see Bloc as something complex. So stay with me. I wanna start with a simple example to explain streams. Maybe many of you have seen conveyor belts in factories. Products are placed at the beginning of the belt and the belt keeps moving until the product reaches another person and they take it. But what does this have to do with streams? The belt is always moving. One person puts something at the beginning and because the belt is moving, that item moves forward until someone else is watching the belt and when the item reaches them, they take it. So this is exactly how streams work. A stream is a flow of data. We can send data into that flow and somewhere else we can listen to it. And whenever new data arrives, we can react to it. So now we understand the concept of streams, but how we can use this in our code? Let me ask you one question, and let's solve it together. Suppose we want to generate numbers from 1 to 10 with a delay of 2 seconds between each number. First, we might think about using future, because we want to wait for 2 seconds in our code. And as you know, when we use future, our function should be async. But before we continue, let's quickly understand what async really means. Okay, great job so far. Let me explain what is sync programming. In synchronous programming, only one operation happens at a time. The code runs step by step from top to bottom. But in asynchronous programming, multiple operations can happen without blocking each other. For example, imagine you go to a restaurant and order a pizza. While your pizza is being prepared, the waiter goes to other tables and takes other orders. This is async. But if the waiter waits only for your pizza and ignores everyone else, this is sync. Alright friends, let's back to our problem. Now we are gonna implement our solutions. So first of all, we need to create Dart project. To do this, just enter Ctrl+P+Shift. And here we are gonna have Dart new project. If you don't see anything, just enter Dart and you will see Dart new project. So enter and now we are going to select our Dart template. So we are going to say console application and I'm going to create project inside desktop. Now it's going to ask us for a name. Let's say 0 to 10. Just like this. Now enter. Okay, perfect. Our project is created and now it's ready. As you know, main file and the main function are inside main folder and this is where the application runs. So here I'm gonna create feature method because we are gonna implement first solution. And let's call it get numbers. As I said, we are gonna return numbers from 1 to 10. So let's use loop. Okay, great. And as I explained, we are gonna wait for 2 seconds. So we will have delay for 2 seconds. In order to implement this, we are gonna use feature.delay. First of all, let's use await feature.delay. And here we are gonna set duration. So I'm gonna set duration for 2 seconds. Just like this. As you can see, we have an error because in order to use await, we have to convert our function to async function. How we can do this? This is super easy. We just need to add async keyword. Just like this. And finally, we need to return number. So let's return I. Okay, awesome. Now let's go ahead and call get numbers and see the result. As you know, we have to do this inside main function. I will also print value of number. So I'm gonna define integer and let's get value of get numbers, just like this. As you can see, we have an error because in order to call feature function, we have to use await keyword, and again, in order to use await, we have to convert our function to async function, just like this. Now let's run our application, but first of all save, and let's open up terminal, debug console, and run. Oh, it's my bad. I forgot print value of number. Okay, let's clear console and run again. Okay guys, what happened? Why we can't see all the numbers? Because when the code reaches to return I, it sends only one value and then the function stops. So we get only the first number. But we want all the numbers from 1 to 10. So what is the solution? The answer is stream. We have to convert our feature function to stream. How can we do this? This is super easy. Let's remove feature and use stream. Okay, great. We can't use return inside stream. Instead of return, we have to use yield. Just like this. And instead of async, we have to use async star. Okay, awesome. So we have used yield instead of return. Yield sends data but doesn't stop execution. So function continues running and keeps sending data. Now we are sending data, but how do we receive it? Every stream has a method called listen. So we can use listen method. Let's remove this part of code and call get numbers. We are gonna have listen method, and here we have value, and here I'm gonna print numbers again. Awesome. Now save again and run. Okay friends, it seems new solution is working and we have all the numbers from 1 to 10. So by using listen method, we can receive data from the stream, and this is power of stream. Alright guys, so far we learned how to create a stream and listen to it. But there's another powerful tool we need to learn, and that is StreamController. Imagine you want a stream where you can add data whenever you want. In this case, we have to use StreamController. But how we can use this? This is super simple. We just need to define an instance of StreamController. So here, I'm gonna define StreamController. We can also define what type of data we want our stream to return. We are gonna return number. So let's set integer. Okay, now I wanna listen to this controller. StreamController gives us stream to listen. So we have listen method again, and we can receive data from stream. So I'm gonna use stream, and we will have listen, we will have value, and I'm gonna print this value. Okay, great. Now we have a StreamController, so we don't need to stream function anymore. I'm gonna convert stream to feature again, and async. We can't use yield. So instead of using yield or return, we just need to use sync method from StreamController and add data to our stream. But we don't have access to controller. So this method is gonna take StreamController, just like this. And here we can use sync method and add number to our stream. And now we are gonna call get numbers before listen to our stream. Just like this. Save. Let's open up terminal, debug console, clear, and let's run. Okay, awesome. We have all the numbers from 1 to 10 again. So in general, streams have two important parts. First, sync, to send data into the stream. Second, listen, to receive data from the stream. And now you can clearly see how this connects to the block. Events go into a stream and states come out of another stream. This is exactly how block works. That's it for streams. I try to give you a simple and practical understanding. In the next lesson, we will implement a small project using streams and the block pattern. And remember, we're gonna use block pattern, not block package. So stay with me.